is. Are you ready for some football? It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And we're underway from Kansas City. Return coming from the 6. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. And down he goes. The Ravens defense gets it done. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Another try following the sack. To the left and reeled in by Hopkins. And he gets a small chunk there before he's touched down.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. Oh, he nearly coffin cornered that one, just a little too far, and it's out of the side of the end zone for a touchback. So here now are the Ravens on offense to begin their first drive. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard's Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player and the most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Short side option here. He's running left. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, Those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Hauled in left side. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Here's Henry on the option. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Another run for Henry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Man, that was a chain mover if he would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to push one deep down the road. Big gain downfield. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Following that last play, want to keep that pedal down. 1st and 10 from the 45. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the one he was looking for. And now they face 2nd down.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
3rd and 2, Mahomes to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st down throw, Mahomes. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. He'll cobble together a yard there. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. Up and good from Blankenship. And that will get them on the board.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Reed now to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their 2nd possession. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Pistol snap to Jackson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. They left him wide open. It's complete. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Gets this one to Andrews.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Lamar off to play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. He can run it. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Stopped on the play by big Chris Jones.
Look at the quarterback's eyes. He's looking. He's trying to find a lane of some kind, but there was nowhere to go. And he was lucky to get back to the line before that defense closed in.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They kick the running back in motion. Jackson now on 3rd. He's got Andrews. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Running for it. Here's Henry. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first.
4th down, pressure on him. He was not backing down for a second. Nice effort to carry the rock. More importantly, for his offense to get a first down.
They send a receiver in motion right. First down, here's Lamar. The throw is caught. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Justin Tucker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens take a 4-point lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Chiefs offense out to take over. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. A tight end in motion now. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Hauled in by Gray. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 2. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Throwing again, Mahomes. Hopkins on the slant. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Motioning the tight end now. This one's caught. And this is down all the way to the 3. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Back to the air, Mahomes. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Again, Mahomes to throw. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Pacheco. And he's in for the touchdown. The Chiefs hold a slim 2-point lead early. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs push their lead to 3. Reed now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Ravens trotting out their offense. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Justin Reed with the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They've got a man in motion. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Play fake, Jackson. Complete, Derrick Henry. Breaks the tackle, still going. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Jackson throwing here. Dump off caught by his back. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, Henry. And they take him down right along the 30. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. Scoreboard shows 10-7. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Jackson, quick pass wide. Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
All right, here we go, second down. Lamar now from the gun. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back, third down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this third down a near impossibility.
Chiefs in a nickel set for this third down call. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day, that he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the first down.
Staring at fourth down, the Ravens will go with Justin Tucker to try for 3. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. Tucker's kick is up and good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McCole Hardman now on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Chiefs aren't headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. And we'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Hopkins put in motion left. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. But give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and short, here's Mahomes. Pacheco hauls it in. Has some daylight through the 40. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Play action, Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And a solid gain there, gets him across the 45 before he goes out. It's a gain of 4 there, and the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
A counter give here to Pacheco. And all he can get is 1 yard, ran that right into the defensive front.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Looking to throw Mahomes. He's got him. That's Pacheco. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He puts some power on a deep one left. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw, but you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
2nd and 10 now. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Motioning one of the tight ends. Jackson now on 3rd. Taking his shot, deep down the field it goes. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Secures this at the 17. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. 1st down throw, Mahomes. Has his man, it's Pacheco. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going deep this time. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. An incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw Mahomes. That's caught for the 1st. Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs take a second quarter lead. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. Reed now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Bateman hauls it in. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Something he does so well, Nick Bolton making the stop.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
This is Henry on second. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third down, 1 yard to go. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. Oh, and they get it back, the play's still live. And he's gonna bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble they just forced.
They do, got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed, and you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next. Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Trying down the middle with Henry. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Running once more with Henry. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Here's Henry running left. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Changing it up here, Jackson. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
New set of downs for him at the 38. They send him left out of the slot. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, that's one of those plays when you call it, you expect to get decent yards every time. Seeing it stopped at the line, man, that's deflating offensively.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, Jackson gets this to Bateman. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Tucker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens make it 17 all. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. The Chiefs ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy. Continuing to move past the 45. Into the red zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. Reed now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. Good looking return here, and he's got room. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. And he gets him around 6 there. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On 2nd down, here's Henry again. His push straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll motion a tight end left. From the 45 on 2nd down. He's got Andrews. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. The Ravens looking for a score before halftime. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, here's Lamar. Completed over the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Second and 3 now. Running back sent in motion. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Henry does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. Short side option here. He's running left. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Lamar back to throw. The Chiefs get to him, and he's dropped. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Staring at 4th down, the Ravens will go with Justin Tucker to try for 3. A very short kick here from the right hash. Bullock's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Tight end in motion left. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Completes this one to Gray. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Now the offense going to take its third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Another throw for Mahomes. Passing struggles bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. They motion the tight end over. Third down, it's Mahomes. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Another punt coming up. Matt Ariza to do the honors once again. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. All right, snap and a quick kneel down, and the final few seconds are going to elapse here in our first half. So that brings us to halftime here in KC. It's the Chiefs who've got the advantage heading into the locker rooms. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far, and no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. Man, he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Ravens headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. They give to Henry on the inside handoff. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Going to the ground again on first. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Jackson now on third. He'll get this to Henry. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. He's on the move. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Man in motion here. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that will set up 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he gets in, touchdown! The Ravens take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown, his 3rd total score this game. They broke out the design run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens push their lead to 3. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Hardman with a return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. They send a tight end in motion. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Kelsey makes the catch. They'll have him gain about a handful there. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
A tight end in motion now. 2nd and 3. Finds his man Gray. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
One of the biggest adjustments for quarterbacks going from the collegiate level to the NFL is the blitz package. Each and every practice leading up to a game time, you are spending so much time as a QB, as an offensive group, and as that O-line trying to figure out a way to stop these blitzes. But that time, the offense, the O-line, the QB, no one had an answer for that defensive pressure.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Shotgun handoff to P-Ryan. He finds space for a few yards that time. Travis Jones, the man in on that tackle. It's a 3-yard gain for him. That leaves 3rd and 14 now. Back to throw Mahomes. He's on the move. He's on the move. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. This 42 yards from the right hash. Up and good from Blankenship. And that will tie things up in the 3rd.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Reed now to kick this one away. Deontay Hardy to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And he just keeps on catching passes here in the 2nd half. It seems like we're going to remember his work there from this game more than what he's done from the backfield. On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Running left out of the second down option. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Play action now with Jackson. This one's to Andrews outright. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Aguilar with the grab. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Here's 2nd and 2. Short pass brought in. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
First down throw for Jackson. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Motioning one of the tight ends. Play fake, Jackson. This finds Likely. This is ahead for about 5. Something he does so well, Nick Bolton making the stop.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Rolling out to his left. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
First down, here's Lamar. Henry on the catch. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out, and they're going to lose some yardage.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Lamar now from the gun. Taken in by Likely. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. From the gun, Jackson. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henry. Has the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a third-quarter lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. Still working past the 40. And they'll finally get him at the 47-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball could go right over their head.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. It's complete to Hopkins. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10 from the 41. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Piran. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Blitz coming, Mahomes. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs bring it back to even. Reed now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. And the first half scoring has continued so far in this second half as they try to keep the pace. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They'll send him over right. Here's 2nd and 11. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Jackson now on 3rd. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Straight ahead they go with P-Ryan. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. To the air, Mahomes. Into traffic, complete. Decent gain here, but short of the first. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's been a thrilling game, an absolute barn burner that is shockingly still tied as we get set for the 4th. Third and a lone yard coming up. Running back, motioning right. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Has his man, it's Pacheco. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Pistol now for Mahomes. Has a man, it's Brown. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Again, Mahomes to throw. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a pickup of 11. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They've got first down from the 31. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one complete to Hopkins. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Here's a toss to Pacheco. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Pressure coming from Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Running up the middle, Pacheco. Oh, stiff arm. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He completes it in traffic. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Pacheco. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. It'll be a gain of only 1 on 2nd, so that brings up 3rd and goal from the 2.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
They'll try with Pacheco. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Chiefs take a 4th quarter lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. Reed now to kick this one away. Hardy on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Baltimore running its offense out now. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Oh, he put some heat on this deep, big gain downfield. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Short side option here. He's running left. And they'll stop him after a minimal gain, down to about the 36. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Just a little reminder right there that he's more than a passer. They'll call his number as a runner too, especially if the defenses don't account for him.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. This finds Likely. And they take him down right along the 30.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Henry on the option. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Running for it. Here's Henry. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the first.
Well, I know everybody on that offensive side of the ball appreciates that kind of effort. Got it by more than just a couple of inches. In fact, no need for a measurement on that as they move the chains.
First down, here's Lamar. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. Touchdown, Baltimore. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes now. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They'll run now with Pacheco. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
They send a tight end in motion. 3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Now a give. It's Pirine headed left. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 43. On target to Worthy. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
3rd and 2, Mahomes to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got him, that's Pacheco. And this one does not go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Looking to throw Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll throw out of the gun. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They bring the tight end in motion. 2nd and 1. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Has his man. It's Pacheco. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Throwing again, Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. He'll throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Harrison Butker out now. He knows how big this try is. This only a chip shot from the right hash. That one is good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed a lead.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Now it's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
Reed now to kick this one away. Hardy on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Here he is to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Short side option here. He's running left. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. They managed just 1 yard there. It's going to be 4th and 9.
That's just a nice little tester for the defense to gauge how well it can account for the quarterback when he decides to run it.
Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. Desperation time here on 4th. That's cut beyond the marker. They come through with a massive gain there on 4th down, 24 yards, and it's a 1st down.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Henry. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. Setting up to pass. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Andrews with the catch. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw it. He brings it in. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use. Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. Lamar throwing again. Aguilar with the grab. Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And again, it's Jackson. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. A timeout now with 5 seconds left on the clock, and they're in position to force overtime here with a field goal. Justin Tucker out for the field goal. A lot of pressure hovering over this kick. So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game. Ravens call in on Justin Tucker for the field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. Looking good, and it's through. And in the final moments, they force overtime.
Overtime rested on his leg, Kate, and he got the job done. And now, well, if things go a specific way in OT, the next time we see him line up, it could be for the game winner.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Oh, he got some air under this one, deep down the middle. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. Ball game's not over just yet. Don't leave those seats. The interference call means we're going to have an untimed down here. The kick is good. He got it. And he hits one more time to win them this game. So score this a win for the Chiefs. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Kansas City.